Welcome to this session of the Curriculum Fair. I'm joined by Claire from Blackbird Company, who will be sharing about their products. So, Claire, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, yes, I'm Claire from Blackbird and Company, and we're a complete unplugged English language arts program. And we believe we want to have every student read well, write well, and think well. Let's see. Tools for every child. C.S. Lewis said you can make anything by writing, but if you think about it, not if you don't know how. And so we believe we provide the foundation, the training wheels, and the scaffolding to really get children to read well, write well, think well, and create well. As well, and we provide the tools necessary for this all along the way. Decoding and encoding. We teach phonics for reading and writing beginning in kindergarten. We cover all 44 sounds. We believe kids need to know these sounds and be able to put it together to form great words, great sentences, great writing. This is what you're seeing here is a picture of one of our new products. It's remediation for reading and writing. Not all students pick it up right away. Some students need more time. Some students come in and need some of that extra practice or even beginning teaching. And so this tool allows you to see where your students at, start where they are, and then practice those sounds and those words. Katie DiCamillo reminds us, she's one of my favorite authors. She wrote Because of Winn-Dixie, that reading should not be presented to children as a chore or a duty. It should be offered as a gift. We believe writing is an art form and should be taught as such. When Katie DiCamillo crafts an idea, she works through the same process that our students need to engage in. I write a complete draft, put it aside, and then a few weeks later start writing again at the beginning. So it's usually not just one draft we do multiple drafts, and we really form our idea so we can communicate well. Why do we write? This is a big question. Every time I begin a read, I ask myself, why did this person write this book? And to say that another way is, what is this person's big idea? So let's talk literacy. Literacy does not thrive via a workbook of skills. Our job as teachers is to support students in the work of learning to read and learning to write. Our job as teachers is to help them communicate their ideas. So we don't separate reading from writing. We learn and dive into great stories and writing our ideas based on those right away. So what makes our ELA materials unique? We connect our students with great literature, and then we say, write about what really interests you, whether it's real things or imaginary things, write your ideas. And like I said, we support them throughout the journey. So across time, daily, students are paced into specific tasks designed to strengthen their skills. Weekly, stories are read, they're explored, they're enjoyed, but it's through journal writing that we offer on a weekly basis that skills are honed and ideas are born. Yearly, students will complete work that fulfills their English language arts learning standards for the year, and in the process will become increasingly confident and motivated by the work of constructing their own ideas. Let's talk writing. Teaching our students to write, we begin to teach them that writing is an art form, not calculus. Great writing never begins with capitalization, punctuation, or grammar. Great writing begins with an idea. So we believe form follows function. We want your students to get their big ideas out on paper, not to worry about being right or wrong, but then we get to go back and form those and really make that idea shine, and so they can communicate well. And that's when we put in capitalization, punctuation, grammar to really form what they want to communicate. Here we're starting in kindergarten and first grade. Books. Books lead our children on the journey. We read books every week. We talk about books. We write about books. We write their own ideas based on books. And this writing starts right away, starting in kindergarten. Foundations are established. Kindergarten and first grade provides complete integration of phonics for reading and phonics for writing. So they're learning all the sounds in the English language. They're putting those together. They're forming words. They're writing those right away. They're journaling. They're reading books each week, and they have their readers that they are reading. We provide multi-sensory tools to introduce concepts, to practice and support long-term retention. This is a picture of our movable alphabet, which is a Montessori tool. We believe children should see the letters, touch the letters, build with the letters, have a sand tray where they're using the finger and drawing the letters, matching pictures and cards, and then also using that pencil and writing as well. Knowledge plus words. Great characters offer fodder that motivate young writers to write. Students gain the vocabulary necessary to describe characters in the third grade with Operation Lexicon, and this continues the journey of word collecting that began in second grade and runs through high school. So by the end of first grade, we've taught all, I shouldn't say that, through all of first grade, we have taught all four types of sentences. So when they start second grade, they're very familiar with different words, with vocabulary that they've been introduced to, but also sentence structure. So they're writing sentences. So now in second grade, we're still offering that great vocabulary, and you'll see Operation Lexicon go through all grade levels till 12. We're a big thing have a big thing in students really learning and treasuring words and using those words. But they also will be putting those words together and really diving into great characters as well. So here's second grade. So second grade, we have our early bird. We're diving into picture books. There'll be 20 books for the year with 4 guides. Each guide covers 5 books. They'll read a storybook for the week, and then they'll dive into characters, drawing the characters, coming up with descriptive words. We'll pull vocabulary. They'll go through comprehension, writing full sentences, and then it always will end with that writing prompt. What did you think or feel? What kind of story do you want to write? And they'll draw something and they will write something. Operation Lexicon, like I said, we're collecting vocabulary, we're treasuring vocabulary. This one comes with a great clothesline where you hang the vocabulary words that they're learning. Story makers, creative writing, and we tie this into second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and they're learning how to come up with that very first hook sentence to start a story and capture their reader's attention, and then form ideas from there to continue writing that story. And then, of course, the calendar of days for calendar skills. And we introduce nonfiction writing in second grade, and that will continue with the taxonomy of living things. Post-primary. At the end of second grade, students have been introduced to the whole of phonics. They've acquired a significant sight vocabulary for reading plus writing, and they're growing confident in constructing all 4 types of sentences, and they've been busy implementing skills. And this is the point of takeoff. Idea making takes the front seat. So phonics is key. I've already kind of introduced this, so I'm going to go by this, but this tool can be added to any level along the way where a student needs just a little bit more. Let's talk elementary. During third, fourth, and fifth grade, students will continue to delve into the construction of more complex sentences, be introduced to paragraph form, and practice applying their ideas. Our job as teachers is to help them enjoy the work and to believe in their ideas. Fiction versus nonfiction. A rich body of knowledge inspires and motivates young writers. So we'll be looking at characters in fiction, in literature, but also real life characters and people. Lower elementary, third grade. So here's our core plus application. So our core now moves from picture books to chapter books. They'll do 6 chapter books for the year, and they have a guide that goes with it. Each book will go for 5 weeks. It's 4 weeks of reading and writing, and they'll dive into a section. Again, character setting, plot, vocabulary, comprehension, a writing piece of their own that's subjective. They'll do that each week for 4 weeks till they finish the book. And then the 5th week, they do a creative project that ties into the book and really helps kind of facilitate that learning. We also add in that research writing, but now we're doing it through people. So they'll do 4 people for the year, and they can choose their people. We obviously bundle it with certain people, but they will be writing a research paper in 5 weeks. It will be a paragraph a week, going through their early life, their career, and then their later life, ending with teaching them how to write an introduction and a conclusion. And it will also have some character lexicon, some comprehension, a topic wheel, but it breaks down that research paper and helps them dive into real people. Then we have Operation Lexicon. We have Story Maker. Parts of Speech is a wonderful. It comes with a full deck of cards, which gives the student every part of speech. They can pull the part of speech that they're working on, like nouns. They'll have abstract nouns and concrete nouns. They can play with those nouns, have real examples, and use that to fill in sentences, define nouns and sentences, and then to construct their own sentences. Go forward. Characters are just like us. So again, that fiction plus nonfiction. Linda Mullally Hunt, who wrote Fish in a Tree, which is one of my biggest books. Um, a lot of people say that authors write what you know or what they know. And she says that she often finds that she writes what she wants to learn more about or what she wants to understand. And we believe that reading through books and literature really helps students learn about people and helps them understand things out in the world. Middle elementary, fourth grade. So here you are, you're going to see it looks very much the same. We have those 6 books for the core. They're going to be bigger books. They're going to be writing more, diving a little deeper. We take off the scaffolds in third grade. We have them filling in some blanks still and matching vocabulary. Now they're looking up in a dictionary and they're writing full sentences on their own. So they're doing that a little bit more of that work. We still have the research people, and then we have Operation Lexicon. It's moved through books and through various people to just one author. So this one we've placed in fourth grade is Ted Hughes. They will look at, get a little bio on Ted Hughes. They will look at only words that Ted Hughes has used in his writing. They'll get definitions of those words. They'll get samples of his writing. And then they'll be asked and challenged to use those words on their own in great sentences and then use those in micro stories. Now we've moved from parts of speech to punctuation and grammar, which they go along with those really cute Basher books. And then we still have creative story making. I just want to add on this that we are a pretty rigorous writing program, and you'll see along the way it's a lot of writing. We've now created less rigorous kits for parents and families. It still incorporates all standards. It's still complete, but it will be instead something that's a little bit less in the writing, and you can spend maybe more time. Where we would offer 4 in core and 2 in research, but you can still get the benefits of our reading and writing program. Upper elementary, you're going to see it looks very much the same. The difference is we have Hot Fudge Monday. It's a longitudinal book. It will go for a couple years where you're going over different parts of speech and reviewing. It's not meant to be done from the cover to the back. It's meant to be added in and used as practice. And Tools of Style will go over things that could have been missed throughout. Things like the difference between they and or there and there, or it or isn't, and things that maybe, like I said, were missed. Big ideas. Students continue to read fiction plus nonfiction plus begin to read and write essays and poems. So we're making a jump again, and we're moving to middle school. So here's sixth, seventh, and eighth. They're all pictured here. Six is on top. You'll notice we still have the core, which again is going to be thicker books, richer books, a little bit more writing requested in the journals, but taking that same kind of structure. They still have people that they're researching, but now we've added essay. Our first essay guide goes with the structure of the essay and goes over what a thesis is and what the body paragraphs do and how to conclude and all of that, along with kind of developing their voice in writing. And then we have our Operation Lexicon that we put all along the way, and we introduce poetry. Poetry is so fun. It's exploring poetry. It goes through different authors' poetries. It introduces mood, image, personification, and gets them writing and exploring. You'll notice then in seventh grade that we've moved from people now to research writing through science. We have taxonomy of living things. Eighth grade is the periodic table. So it's still research writing, but it's through science. Then we also introduce the descriptive essay along with in eighth grade the literary essay. And the literary essay, we put picture books. So they'll be going through maybe books they've read when they were a child and being able to pull themes and symbols and things from those books and write about those things. Middle school writers crafting big ideas in new forms. So in literature, they're reading, they're applying. So thank you. Okay, and for middle school writers, crafting big ideas in new forms. In literature, they're learning to really read great literature and apply what they've read and what they're learning to being able to write about those things, right? Whether it's through comprehension or their own idea. They're also learning to create. In essay, they're learning the structure of an essay, but they're also learning to develop their voice. In poetry, they're learning show versus tell, and they're also learning constrained writing. And that constrained writing will be introduced in essay as well. To high school and beyond. So here we go. We're getting into even, if you can see the books here, we're getting into even deeper books, bigger books, a wide variety, along with more complex essay. So high school, here we have our four different collections for high school. You're going to see now we have a literature guide that's still attached to the books. It's still six for the year. They'll still go in that for 5 weeks, but it's going to be more complex. So now each week they are writing and taking notes on characters. They are also given themes, symbols, and motifs from what they've read in each section. And it's their job to find those themes, symbols, and motifs within the book and write where they saw. So we can, what I mentioned earlier is we can curate complete ELA kits to suit your community. So that way, you're still meeting your student where they are, giving them a rigorous program of reading and writing, but maybe not doing it to the extent of our more rigorous packages. So this just gives you an example of like a sixth grade, but instead, it's like I said, instead of doing six core for the year, a student would do four. Instead of doing four research people, they would do two. And we still put in the application of Operation Lexicon and our tools of style and essay for this sixth grade student and the introduction to poetry. But our whole thing is we want students to really read and write well. That doesn't necessarily mean more or for them to feel rushed or apathetic in their writing. We want them to care and we want to nurture that and make sure they're really thriving in what they're doing. So support for you and room for relationship with students. We want to do everything we can to support you along the way. If you go to our website and you go up on the orange bar, you'll see a teacher tools. We give teacher helps for every grade level. The orange bar, that drop down, you'll see blog articles. You'll see videos that we've made. We have new editing videos. We have videos for kindergarten and first grade where I'll help you with sounds or spelling rules to explain to your students. We love emails. We encourage that, and we like to handhold and give you anything you need. You'll see all the benchmarks posted. You'll also see all the lesson plans as well. We have now created daily lesson plans, weekly lesson plans, and yearly lesson plans for you to kind of hold your hand through everything. Um, differentiation. We believe in that. We talk about that within our support guides. We want to meet students where they're at. We believe that they can learn to read well and write well with our program, and that we can start by giving them the training wheels, and we can adapt at every level. I told you about our new remediation program, and now we have Print Shop. Print Shop is you'll see all our freebies on there, but you're also going to see some very low cost things that you can buy that will go along with things that you're teaching. It's like a teacher pays teachers, and we offer that from TK through middle school. So take flight with us. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We do a lot of blogs to support parents. Our website is full of resources. We also offer classes for students, second grade through high school or middle school for you. And students, we have 5 sessions for the whole year. Our schedule's already out for next year. Students can take as many classes as they want. They can take 5 of the core books with us for the year. We also get into research writing in our classes. We have essay writing, we have poetry. So we give you quite a variety, and they're small classes. And I think the real gift of our online classes is that not only are they relationship based and encouraging and small, but each week your student will turn in their writing, and teachers will edit for them and give back, so they can have that feedback to correct. And I've really seen student writing grow. So I hope you join us, whether it's just using one of our materials or joining us online, and that we can support you on your journey of helping your student read well and write well. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and close out the recording so that we can do some Q&A.
Okay.